listening to Keeping It Weird Sketch Comedy Radio Show with my grandson Rick Jean. Isn't he cute? And Tony Calabrese, who's this nice Italian kid from the neighborhood. Wes Sample, who I never met, but I heard he's okay. And M.T. Robinson, who plays hard-rockin', knock-your-balls-off music on the Forgotten Files. Knock your balls off. That's funny, because M.T. Robinson only has one ball. It's true, he lost his other testicle when he sat on a frozen metal toilet seat when he was a kid back in New Hampshire. Some say that it is still attached to that toilet seat today. Well, he seems fine, and you can't tell, but every so often he leans a little bit to the left. You know, like the Tower of Pisa. If he's walking by himself, he tends to go in a circle because he is so unbalanced on that one side. Also on the show sometimes is Rick Jean's girlfriend, Gwen Beeler. Gwen is a total sweetheart, and even though I love Rick like the grandson that he is, I know Gwen can do much better. Don't get me wrong, Rick is a good guy. I just don't like his impression of me.
As you know, it's election season, and Keeping It Weird and KIWradio.com is proud to be the exclusive home of the fourth presidential debate between Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. Please remain silent until the end of the debate. We do not want to throw any of the candidates off by cheering for them. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. Please keep your booze down, too. While we want to make both candidates feel at home, we have a limited time and we don't want the candidates to know how we feel about them. Now, tonight's moderators from Keeping It Weird are Rick Jean and M.T. Robinson. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Rick, you have the first question.
Okay, Mr. Trump. Have you ever sexually harassed women?
Look, hugely, I love women, hugely. I love them, no.
Well, that's good enough for me.
Wait. I have some more questions that Mrs. Clinton prepared.
Wait, she has prepared questions? That doesn't seem fair.
Welcome to politics. Now, Donald, if you were elected, part of your job would be to work with leaders from other countries. China is a country. Name all 23 provinces that make up mainland China in order of male population between the ages of 18 to 35.
I love China bigly. Bigly, I love China. I have no idea what you're talking about.
You suck!
I have a similar question for Mrs. Clinton. Mrs. Clinton, what is your favorite color?
Did she say blue?
That is the correct answer.
Hey, I want a question like that.
Okay, Mr. Trump, what is your favorite color?
I love the blacks. Blacks I love hugely. I love them. It's definitely black. Black's my favorite color.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Your favorite color is blue.
Weren't you listening when Mrs. Clinton answered?
This is nonsense.
Next question. Miss Clinton, what is your favorite number? That is correct. It's 3.
Okay, this question is for Mr. Trump. Mr. T, can you be trusted with the nuclear launch codes?
First of all, I love codes. I've always loved codes. Nuclear codes, top of my list. Big fan of the nuclear codes, of course.
Well, what are they?
What? I'm not president yet. How would I know?
Boo! You suck!
Mrs. Clinton, the same question. Go ahead.
This sucks. You guys are all against me.
These are all fair questions.
And you're both getting equal time to answer them.
Hillary should be in jail.
Okay, let's talk about that. Mrs. Clinton, should you be in jail? That's correct. In America, we have due process, and the right to a fair trial is guaranteed to us by the Sixth Amendment. You are not in jail because you have not been arrested, charged, and convicted by a jury of your peers. Furthermore, we cannot just lock someone up because you don't agree with them. That was a very good answer, Mrs. Clinton.
But look, I'm a huge billionaire. Huge. And when you're rich, you can do whatever you want. Well, that's all the time we have. I think Hillary clearly won tonight's debate. That's not what the polls say.
We're not talking about Poland. It's election season, and here with a KIW radio editorial piece is our own Mildred Greenberg.
The creators of Prop 666 would have you believe that it is the most wonderful thing ever. It is like giving free ice cream and puppies to children. It is supposed to let people live longer, cure impotence, and put money in your pockets. But what's the real story? It turns out that the author of this proposition is literally Satan and routinely cuts the heads off of goats in a circle of blood. And its biggest contributors? Terrorists. Honest to God, real life terrorists. Terrorists who pee in our public pools. Who does this? So vote no on one of the most evil pieces of legislation ever created in the history of mankind. Thank you.
This has been a KIW radio editorial piece and does not express the views or opinions of this station. While we do not agree with Satan, we do recognize that since M.T. Robinson plays hard rock and head-banging music, that there is a chance that Satan himself may actually be listening to us. Now, we do not wish to offend any of our listeners. Thank you.
What do you mean Satan may be listening to you? What kind of people are you?
This is Jack Nicholson, and I'm here to tell you that you're listening to one of the best damn comedy shows on the airwaves, the Keeping It Weird Show. What I love about Rick, Wes, and Tony is they make me laugh my balls off.
What about M.T. Robinson?
Lights me up like a pinball machine and makes me pay off in silver dollars. So tune in and listen in. It's going to be a good time here at the old Cuckoo's Nest.
And now here's our intern Stephanie with a special report.
Thank you, Mr. G. But I changed my name.
You did? Again? Why?
Well, I just heard that women only make 70% of what men make. And I don't think that's fair. So from now on, I want to be called Steven.
You're an intern. Interns don't get paid anything.
I know I don't get paid anything. And I think it's because I'm a woman.
That's ridiculous. You don't get paid because you're an intern.
What do you pay your male interns?
We don't have any male interns.
Exactly. You're trying to save a few bucks by not hiring the more expensive male interns.
That's ridiculous, Stephanie.
It's Steven.
Fine, Steven. Whatever. You're still not going to get paid.
This is also why I think everyone should vote for Hillary.
Why?
Well, because she'll screw the country up at only 70% of the cost that it will take Trump to screw it up.
Uh-huh.
I asked my boyfriend why men get paid more than women. And he said that men should get paid more because if we were ever on the Titanic and it started to sink, I get to leave with the kids and he has to stay behind. But I think he was just trying to be silly because we don't have any kids.
Anything else, Stephanie?
It's Steven, remember, Mr. Gene?
Fine. Do you have anything else?
Yes, I think I earned my 0 pay this week.
That was our intern, Stephanie, with a special
Steven!
request. I mean, Steven. That was our intern, Steven.
My eyes are up here, Mr. Gene.
Hello, I'm Brenda Beldam from the law firm Beldam, Shrew, and Harridan.
Paid actor, not an actual attorney.
We're the leading divorce attorneys in California, and we fight for women's rights. Do you have any evidence that your husband is cheating? If not, we will find some. We have a team of beautiful women that will send out to seduce your husband.
Paid models, not actual prostitutes.
While we hide in the shadows and take pictures. Divorces can be ugly, but why should a woman suffer due to her husband's infidelity? At Beldam, Shrew, and Harridan, we don't think you should. We'll also make sure you get full custody of your children, if you want them. If not, we can stick your ex-husband with those little hellions.
No, not all kids are hellions.
Best of all, at Beldam, Shrew, and Harridan, you don't pay a dime until after we win your divorce. That's Beldam, Shrew, and Harridan. We'll do whatever it takes. We fight for your rights.
Most people are familiar with the iPod, the iPhone, and the iPad. These great products have made millions of people's lives better. The problem with them is that every few months, a new model comes out, and your old Apple product becomes outdated. Well, no more. I am pleased to announce the next revolutionary product from Apple, the iTime. The iTime is an iPod, iPhone, and iPad, plus a time machine. So if you ever feel like your Apple product is getting out of date, you can tune a dial and go backwards in time. The farther you go back, the less likely your product will ever become obsolete. You have to be careful with it though. One of our beta testers went all the way back to the 17th century in Salem, Massachusetts, where the local residents thought her iTime was magic and tried to burn her at the stake as a witch. She's fine. In fact, she is now somewhere in the 23rd century listening to music from bands that don't even exist yet. That's the iTime, the most advanced product ever. Well, until next year, when Apple comes out with the iTeleport.
Hi, my name is Mike. And if you are one of millions of men who suffer from temporary irritability or anger issues, then Tranquilise might be the answer to all your needs to having a peaceful day. Before I started taking Tranquilise, I was called cranky, grouchy, and hot-headed, and put my family in constant fear of my violent mood swings. With taking just one Tranquilise pill a day, my road rage incidents, verbal abuse and yelling, and assault and battery charges have become almost non-existent. Each day I take just one pill, and peace and tranquility fill my entire day. If you would like more information on Tranquilise, just... Damn it! Hello? What the hell are you doing calling me at the studio again? I've already told you this, damn it! I'm not going to tell you again. Open your ears and close your mouth. I want the house sparkling clean by the time I get home. I want my dinner hot and waiting for me as soon as I walk in the door. And I want ESPN on the television. And also those damn kids had better clean their rooms or I swear to God I'm going to spank their asses till they're throbbing scarlet. You hear me? Is that perfectly clear, dear? Guess what? That's right, yes, sir. If you call me here again, I swear to God, I'm going to cram that telephone down your throat and make you eat it. Bitch. If you would like a free sample of Tranquilise, call your doctor today. Thank you.
Tranquilise is powerful medicine. Some cases of homicidal tendencies have been reported while taking Tranquilise. Side effects include broken vocal cords from screaming, involuntary hitting, and assault on total strangers have been reported. Do not operate a baseball bat, gun, or knife while taking Tranquilise. Additional side effects include insomnia, agitation, and hearing voices that tell you to kill people have been reported. Do not take Tranquilise with alcohol or a violent rampage may occur.
Hi, this is Marshall Applewhite from Heaven's Gate, coming to you from the Haley Bob Comet, and you're listening to Keeping It Weird, the weirdest sketch comedy show in the galaxy.
Hello, my name is Chongo, and I would like to invite everybody to my authentic Mexican restaurante. It is called Chongo's Authentic Mexican Restaurante. We are the only Mexican restaurante in all of California that can claim to be truly authentic. You don't have to go across the border anymore to get dysentery. Just drink our water. Montezuma's Revenge has never been easier. We have las cucarachas y las ratas right here in the kitchen. Once again, as Chongo's Authentic Mexican Restaurante, located at 833 Linda Vista Road in beautiful sunny San Diego. Please note that after 10 p.m., we only serve drunk American co-eds and sailors. That's Chongo's Authentic Mexican Restaurante!
And now, with a special report on WikiLeaks, is our own Mildred Greenberg.
You may have heard in the news about WikiLeaks and all of the emails and corruption it exposed about Hillary Clinton. Now you can read through the thousands and thousands of emails, or I can give you the highlights. Here are the top 10 things that WikiLeaks exposed about Hillary Clinton. Number 1. There are no aliens in Area 51. According to WikiLeaks, the primary purpose of Area 51 is that is where Hillary keeps her old emails. Number 2. Also, according to WikiLeaks, Hillary Clinton thinks Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has a nice butt. Number 3. Hillary sent over 12,000 emails about the new season of The Bachelor. Number 4. Another big reveal in WikiLeaks is Hillary sent a thank you letter to Donald Trump for running against her. Number 5. Hillary was sent almost 1,000 emails of dick pics from someone named Carlos Danger. Number 6. Hillary picked the Jacksonville Jaguars to win the Super Bowl. Number 7. Hillary said she had a bigger penis than the supreme leader of North Korea, Kim Jong-un, and then posted pictures to prove it. Now, I've seen the pictures, and she also has a bigger penis than Carlos Danger. Number 8. Hillary hopes that if Putin ever attacks us with nuclear weapons, he'll strike Missouri first. Number 9. Hillary was upset because her husband Bill wanted to boink German Chancellor Angela Merkel. Have you seen this woman? I would be upset too. Number 10. It took 12 hours for Hillary to understand that Benghazi was a place in Lebanon and not a guy named Ben. At one point, she actually wrote that she knew Ben's father, David Ghazi. Well, there you go. That was the top 10 WikiLeaks reveals about Hillary Clinton. Interesting fact. over 90% of her emails were just forwards of cute videos of kitty cats doing silly things. Anyway, back to keeping it weird in the studio.
We take you now to a briefing at the Pentagon where General Floyd Lawson gives us an up-to-the-minute report on our fight against terrorism.
As you know, with 0900, we begin a major offensive against the ISIS terrorist group controlling parts of Syria and Iraq.
I have a question, General.
Let me finish, Kingsley. Next phase of our top-secret plan is to attack the ISIS encamped around Erbil,
I have a
Mosul,
question.
and Raqqa. We'll begin promptly at 0900 tomorrow with Tomahawk cruise missiles.
General,
I love them.
I have a question.
I really love them. I love that whoosh sound they make going off. I really love that. Followed by drone, bomber, and fighter attacks. Wham! Bam! Pow! We'll kill all them commie asses.
Sir, they're not communists, sir. They're Muslim terrorists called asses.
Well, we're gonna nuke the bastard.
General, are you saying we're going to use nuclear weapons to combat asses?
You're goddamn right I am.
What the general means is that we will use every weapon at our disposal short of nuclear weapons to combat the ISIS threat.
Yeah, what he said.
General, I have a question.
In a moment, sweetheart. I need to outline the rest of my plan.
But General, why are you telling us your secret plans? Doesn't that seem a little nuts?
Hell yes, it's nuts. All war is nuts. You need to be nuts to be in a war with asses in the first place. So now I'm going to kick some asses all the way back to Tokyo.
He means we're going to pursue an aggressive stance and target all asses as they are found.
General, many people don't believe we can combat asses without boots on the ground. The president has stated there will be no U.S. boots on the ground.
The president is correct. No boots on the ground, but he didn't say anything about boots on their necks. We're going to put a boots right up their asses, stomp or kill them Nazi bastards.
General, when do you think the ground war will begin?
Day after tomorrow. 0800. But don't tell anyone.
This has been a brief Pentagon update. We return to our normal programming.
Hello, this is Mohammed Moshod Rahid, and I am calling you from the Middle East to tell you that the Keeping It Weird show is one of the funniest programs I've ever heard in my life. The problem is that I cannot listen to it tonight because my dad is an absolute bastard. He's making me clean up all the camel crap in all the stables. Anyway, you're listening to the Keeping It Weird show. Thank you very much for listening.
And now it's time for another celebrity book reading. Tonight, a famous jazz musician reads his all-time favorite book. Please enjoy as Mr. Louis Armstrong reads Are You My Mother by P.D. Eastman.
A mother bird sat on her egg. The egg jumped.
Oh.
Said the mother bird,
My baby will be here. He'll want to eat. I must get something for my baby bird to eat.
She said.
I'll be back.
So away she went. The egg jumped, it jumped, and jumped. Out came the baby bird.
Where's my mother?
He looked for her, he looked up, he did not see her. He looked down, he did not see her.
I will go and find her,
he said. So he went down on the tree, he went down, down, down. There he is on the ground. It was a long way down. He could not fly, but he could walk.
Now I will go and find my mother,
he said. He did not know what his mother looked like. He went right by her. He did not see her. He came to a kitten.
Are you my mother?
He said to the kitten.
You look delicious.
Said the kitten.
Oh no!
Just then a dog came by. He scared the little kitten away.
Are you my mother?
Said the baby bird.
No, of course not. I'm a dog.
So the baby bird went on. Then he came to a hen.
Are you my mother?
Of course not. I'm a hen.
The kitten was not his mother. The dog was not his mother. The hen was not his mother. So the baby bird went on. Now he came to a cow.
Are you my mother?
He said to the cow.
How could I be your mother? Don't you know how biology works? Look at me. I look nothing like you. You're a bird. I'm a cow.
The kitten and the dog were not his mother. The hen and the cow were not his mother. Did he have a mother?
I do have a mother, Mr. Louis Armstrong. I know I do. I will find her. I will.
Now the baby bird did not walk. He ran. Then he saw a car. Could this thing be his mother? No, it could not. How silly. The baby bird did not stop. He ran on and on.
Now he looked way down. He saw a boat.
There she is,
said the baby bird. He called to the boat, but the boat did not stop. The boat went on. He looked way up. He saw a big plane.
Here I am, Mother. I'm over here.
He called out, but the plane did not stop. The plane went on. Just then the baby bird saw the big thing. This must be his mother.
There she is,
he said.
There's my mother.
He ran up.
Mother, here I am.
He said to the big thing, but the big thing just said,
"Oh, you are not my mother,"
said the baby bird.
"You are a snort. I have to get out of here."
But the baby bird could not get away. The snort went up. It went way, way up. And up went the baby bird. But now, where was the snort going?
Oh no, what is the snort going to do to me? Get me out of here.
Just then, the snort came to a stop.
Where am I?
Said the baby bird.
I want to go home. I want my mother.
Then something happened. The snort put the baby bird right back in the tree. The baby bird was home. Just then, the mother bird came out to the tree.
Do you know who I am?
She said to her baby.
Yes, I know who you are,
said the baby bird.
You are not a kidding. You are not a dog. You're not a hen. You're not a cow. You're not a boat or a plane or a snort. You are a bird, and you are my mother.
The end.
Louis Armstrong, are you my father?
Thank you for joining us in another Keeping It Weird celebrity book reading. Join us next week as actor John Wayne reads his favorite book, Sweet Valley High.
It's election season, and here with a KIW radio editorial piece is Mildred Greenberg.
Thank you. You probably have your mind made up on who you're going to vote for. But you may not know about the numerous propositions that are on the ballot this year. One of the ones I am most passionate about is Proposition 357. Prop 357 will give handguns to anybody who's in a school zone. Its creators want you to believe that if everyone in a school zone had guns, it would cut down on school shootings. But would it really? Have you ever been surrounded by a large group of small children for several hours at a time? Have you ever had a bad day? Have you ever wished you could just shoot those evil bastards? Well, so have many teachers. And with Proposition 357, they would be able to. True, it may cut down on other people's crazy kids shooting up your kid's school. But it will increase the school shootings by crazy teachers who are having a bad day. Maybe your child's teacher's husband just left her for a better looking teacher. How would you feel about her teaching your child while holding a handgun? I live in a school zone. Does this mean that I will have to keep a gun on me at all times? I do anyway, but that's my choice. I don't want to be told I have to keep my gun on me. So vote no on Prop 357. Because people should be able to decide when they want to carry their own guns. Thank you.
Paid for by the committee to vote yes on Prop 666.
Hey, you got a Shylock for an insurance agent busting your nuts over a fender bender? It's in your grill because you haven't paid monthly juice? Forget about it. Switch over to Don Goomba Insurance. At Don Goomba Insurance, our principles are the highest. Honor, solidarity, and vengeance. Worried about high premium rates? No problem. We'll make you an offer you can't refuse. Our motto is, if they hit you, we hit them. Nothing personal, it's just business. So come on down to the local Don Goomba office and sit with one of our consiglieres. He'll go over all your insurance needs just to make sure everything is copacetic. While you're there, have a little gabagoo and a little vino. Make yourself comfortable. Looking for life insurance, homeowners insurance, insurance and auto? Hey, right now, we've got a comprehensive Mo Green special at a cost so low you want to stick a fork in your eye. The Mo Green special only costs a couple of large, and you can be on your way knowing you're now part of our family. Remember, at Don Goombas, if they hit you, we hit them.
Did you hear about the Chinese Godfather? He made them an offer they couldn't understand. How do I turn this off?
Hi, back Alley Sally here. Yeah, I could have dated Donald Trump many years ago, it's true. At the time he was just a run-of-the-mill millionaire and didn't have his B status yet. I was in college, in the middle of my experimentation with lesbianisms. We tried a lot of isms back then. At the time, I thought she asked me if I was a vegetarian. Next thing I know, I'm a lesbian. It's funny how one little letter can change the meaning of the whole word, you know what I mean? If I knew little Donnie was going to grow up to be a billionaire, I would have paid him more attention. But he had such tiny hands. And you know what they say? Small hands and they can't milk the cow, if you get my drift. We met at one of those college parties in New York. I was in my early 20s, and Donald was in his late 30s and hanging out at college parties looking for chicks. He was handing out tiaras, trying to get girls to be in some beauty pageant they were having at his old fraternity. That's what they said, anyway. All of a sudden, he grabs me, The way he grabbed me, I thought, wow, are we going bowling? Anyway, let's just say he got my attention. Then I thought, are we in New York or New Jersey? Because all those Italians love to grab their crotches in New Jersey, you know what I'm saying? Forget about it. Anyway, I could have been the next Marla, Ivana, Melania, but my name didn't involve, Hey, Murray, bring me another smoke.
This story takes place in Fort Collins, Colorado.
Look, Andy, I know you're new, but here at Polk Elementary School, we don't allow students to go to school with a picture of a gun on their shirt.
Gun? This isn't a gun. It's a map of Florida. That's where my grandma lives.
Doesn't matter, it looks like a gun. I'm not going to suspend you, but you are going to have to go home and change your shirt.
But it's not a gun. It's a map of Florida.
Go home and change, Andy.
So Andy Freeze went home and told his mother.
Andy, what are you doing home?
I was sent home to change my shirt.
Change your shirt? Why?
I don't know, Mom. The principal said that it'll look like a gun.
A gun? That's ridiculous. It's Florida.
Well, I know, but he said it'll look like a gun.
Come on, let's go back to school.
I need to change my shirt.
No, you don't. Let's go.
So Mrs. Freeze took her son Andy back to the principal's office.
I see Andy didn't change his shirt.
He shouldn't have to.
We don't allow our students to display images of guns.
It's the state of Florida. The Sunshine State.
More like the Gunshine State. It looks like a gun.
But it's a real state.
Andy, I got this. It's a real state.
I'm sorry, but it looks like a gun. Maybe if we cut the handle over here off.
Then it would look like a penis.
Mom said penis.
Yeah, we can't have that. Maybe we should have the shaft cut into squares and it would look like a... Is that South Carolina?
It's Georgia. You can't just cut states up.
Yeah. So you're saying that we should just ban the state, tell our kids there are just 49 U.S. states?
No, you should just accept the fact that Florida is shaped like a gun.
Hey, that state is shaped like a boxing glove.
Minnesota?
That's Michigan, Mom.
After careful deliberation, Polk Elementary School in Fort Collins, Colorado, decided to not ban the state of Florida because it looked like a gun. They are, however, considering banning Michigan because it might influence kids to hit each other.
This is Sam Elliott, and I'm here to remind you whether you're catching salmon with your bare hands or trolling for sex in a truck stop bathroom, there's no excuse to let your eyes look dull. That's why I use Mascara by Manboline, because those old blues don't stand out by themselves.
Maybe it's Maybelline. Hey, it's Jeffrey of Jeffrey's Jungle Fever African American Dating Service. For men, sorry ladies, stop hogging all the fun. Anywho, for $10.79 a month, you can be hooked up with the best African American dating service on the wonderful World Wide Web. Chat with a brother. Go to lunch. It's just lunch, but remember, you're paying. Sign up for our Jungle Fever Safari Vacation in the heart of Inglewood. You and your dreamy African-American date will be staying in the Chateau Ghetto, where you will be presented with his and his ice-cold 40s of your choice, a director-signed VHS of Shaft, a pair of assault rifles to protect your asses. To enter, send us an email on why you want this erotic ghetto vacation. So email us at feverforAbrother@mochalatte.com. Get out there, there's a brother waiting for you!
Hello, amigos. Me llamo Chongo from Chongo's Authentic Mexican Restaurante again. I proud sponsor of Keeping It Weird. Come to my Authentic Mexican Restaurante. We are the only restaurante in California that has a guy who blows a whistle while he pours tequila down people's throats. It's a good time. Perfect for bachelor parties. Prostitutes only $10. Or bachelorette parties. Tequila guy wear no shirt. Chongo's Authentic Restaurante. 2 locations, one near you. Please note that after 10 p.m., we only serve drunk American co-eds and sailors. That's Chongo's Authentic Mexican Restaurante.
Hey there, this is Louie, and you're listening to Keeping It Weird, the weirdest sketch comedy show in California.
And now, here's Mildred Greenberg with another election editorial piece.
Thank you, Rick Jean. I recently received my election ballot in the mail, and it is over 200 pages long. 200 pages. Who has time to read all that? Most of them are silly propositions. There are so many propositions this election that it is ridiculous. I already told you about Prop 666, which is the one sponsored by Satan, and Prop 357, which gives handguns to anyone who enters a school zone. Another one you should know about is Proposition 420, the mandatory marijuana bill. Opponents of Prop 420 will tell you that it will eliminate all the doctors and make medicinal marijuana the only available prescription. But if you're like me, then you lost your doctor already, thanks to Obamacare. The medicinal marijuana has been known to cure arthritis, obesity, and cancer. It won't really cure cancer, but if you smoke enough medicinal marijuana, you would no longer care that you have cancer. Can your doctor do that? Vote yes on Prop 420, because everyone should enjoy their golden years. Thank you.
That was Mildred Greenberg.
Are you upset because your spaceship hit an asteroid?
I was like texting and driving and ran right into Europa, only like, the largest asteroid in the entire Milky Way. I was like, how did this get here? So I called Cosmos, Intergalactic Towing Company, and for only 38,000 credits, he pulled me out and sent me on my way. Thanks, Cosmo.
Or maybe you got stuck in the rings of Saturn.
That's what happened to me. The rings look as deep as they are, so I thought I could make it across with no problem.
Maybe you're lost in a wormhole and are now traveling aimlessly through time and space.
That happens to me all the time.
We also do a lot of work with the space police and tow illegally parked spaceships.
That was not cool, Cosmo. There is no sign there.
That's Cosmo's Intergalactic Towing Company.
Yeah, can you send me a towing ship here again? Hey, you already here? Huh.
Cosmo's Intergalactic Towing. We're psychic, too.
You are listening to Keeping It Weird, the weirdest sketch comedy show in the galaxy.
Aside from providing great comedy, we here at Keeping It Weird feel a moral obligation to occasionally take a look at the happenings in our world today. With that in mind, we have in our studio Major Stone Matherson, a regular contributor to Fox News. Major, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you.
Okay, let's jump right in. With all that is going on today, what would you say our biggest problem in the world is?
Hillary is the devil. She's the Antichrist, a secret radical communist Mexican Muslim that wants us all dead and in chains.
Well, if she were a secret communist Mexican Muslim, wouldn't it be impossible for her to also be the Antichrist? And if she wants us all dead, what would the point of us being in chains be?
Okay. I see where this is going. You're one of them pinko commie liberals with an agenda. That's okay. I'm used to hostile interviews. You can attack me all you want, but your listeners will hear the truth.
I wasn't really attacking. Never mind. Let's talk about some world events. As always, the Middle East is in the news. What's your take on Aleppo?
Aleppo? What the hell does one of the Marx brothers have to do with the Middle East?
Okay. Well, the big topics in this election year are Hillary Clinton's emails and Donald Trump groping women. Any thoughts on that?
First of all, what's the big deal with a little reach around? Builds character. And he didn't grope women. He grabbed pussy. Have you ever owned a cat? You're grabbing pussy all the time. And Hillary Clinton's emails have a secret formula to bring back Adolf Hitler. Why isn't the left-wing media pouting about that?
Right. Well, one item that is not getting much news now is the wall Donald Trump wants to build that Mexico is going to pay for. I, like a lot of Americans, think that is ludicrous. I can't wait to hear your thoughts on that.
I can't tell if you're being sarcastic or if my truth is finally penetrating that thick lefty skull of yours. But here's the deal with the wall. Son, we live in a world that has walls, and those walls have to be built by men like me. Who's going to do it? You? Kinkles Clinton? Donald Trump has a greater responsibility than you can possibly fathom. You weep for Ahmed and Santiago, and you curse the Border Patrol. You have that luxury. You have the luxury of not knowing what I know. That banning Muslims, while politically incorrect, probably saves lives. And my existence, while grotesque and incomprehensible to you, saves lives. You don't want the truth because deep down in places you don't talk about at Wall Street parties, you want Trump to build that wall. You need Trump to build that wall. Donald Trump uses words like profit, synergy, and shareholder value. He uses these words as the backbone of a life spent as a capitalist. You use them as a punchline. I have neither the time nor the inclination to explain myself to a man who rises and sleeps under the blanket Trump's factories for China provide and then questions the manner in which he provides them. I would rather you just said thank you and went on your way. Otherwise, I suggest you buy a Trump cap and put a cork in your pie hole. Either way, I don't give a damn what you think about the wall.
This is fascinating stuff. Would you like a glass of water in case you have any medications that you should be taking right about now?
No, I'm fine, thanks.
Okay, well, since we're running short on time, I'll just start throwing out topics and you can quickly answer them with the first thing that pops into your mind. Plastic bag ban in California.
Hillary.
ISIS.
Hillary.
Syria.
Hillary.
Brexit.
Hillary.
Climate change.
Hillary.
National debt.
Hillary.
Oh, gee, would you look at that? We're all out of time. That will wrap it up for this episode of Keeping It Weird's World News Wrap-Up.
Hillary.
Hola, friends. It's Chongo again. Have you come to my restaurante yet? No? ¿Por qué? Are you afraid of the D rating in the window? Don't worry about it. The D stands for delicioso. Have you heard rumors of hepatitis? I assure you that we now make our cooks wash their hands in el baño. We even put a sign up to remind them. And most of las ratas y las cucarachas are in the kitchen, so you'll never see them. Wednesday night is college night, and Friday night is mood wrestling. That's Chongo's Authentic Mexican Restaurante, now with 3 locations, all of them on Broadway and Chula Vista. Please note that after 10 p.m., we only serve drunk American co-eds and sailors. That's Chongo's Authentic Mexican Restaurante.
You're listening to Keeping It Weird, the weirdest sketch comedy show anywhere. Stay tuned for the Forgotten Files Rock Show immediately following tonight's Keeping It Weird. The Forgotten Files Rock Show with M.T. Robinson is the best damn rock show you will ever hear. Guaranteed, or you will get all of your money back.
Hello, and welcome to another edition of Torrid Topics, our weekly debate show. Last week, we heard from two individuals who are vehemently opposed to gun control. This week, we are going to hear from two individuals who are vehemently in favor of gun control. We go live to San Francisco. Gentlemen?
Hello, my name is Wallace Winklenuts.
And hello, everybody. My name is Leon Love.
And we're here to discuss our scintillating perspective about this gun control issue. We both have come to the conclusion that we clearly need to take all firearms away from people who have no business nor the intellectual capacity to responsibly possess firearms. Oh my God, yes. Especially we need to take them from people like those two backwoods militia types from last week. Oh my God, they were scary. Typical rural gun nuts just dying to kill defenseless animals or people. Hello, people. We're not living in the 19th century.
Hello, exactly.
And we'd like to replay the discussion last week to show that firearms are indeed a danger in the hands of uneducated people like them. Here are the two guests who are on Keeping It Weird last week, and we are hopeful that you will find it as unsettling and distressing as we did.
Hey there, this is Mac, and I'm from Armadillo, Texas.
And this is Jake, and I'm from Armadillo, Texas.
And we're here because we're getting awfully pissed off at all them liberal anti-gun fools, like that damn Joe Biden trying to take all our guns away.
No kidding. I hate all them liberal hippie pinkos. If they even try to knock on my trailer to take my guns, I'm gonna answer my door with buckshot.
Hell, the guys from our rifle club wouldn't even let them get near our property. If they trespass, it's gonna be lead in their ass.
Damn right. We have guns in our family ever since my great-grandpappy shot Tonto and that Geronimo for trespassing on his land.
And my family had guns ever since there being wild animals and birds. Guns don't kill turkeys. Turkeys kill turkeys every time one of them flies in my yard.
Hey, you alright?
Hell, it's bad enough the damn government has raised taxes on rent, beer, and cigarettes. Hell, all them hippie health freaks don't even let us smoke no more in the bars and restaurants.
I don't give a damn if those a-holes let us or not. I smoke cigarettes indoors anyway. The hell with that no-smoking law. They can go outside if they don't like it.
And now the damn government's trying to take away our Second Amendment to bear arms with all this gun control crap. They want us to defend ourselves by whistling for the damn cops. I ain't doing it.
Hell no. I don't trust no Barney Fife to save my ass. And hell, how come the cops and law enforcement get to have guns? Let's see them try to enforce laws without no guns. They get their damn asses kicked.
Ain't that the truth? Those bozos that arrested me for being drunk in public had to point their guns at me to keep me from kicking all three of their asses.
And I had some little pipsqueak of a cop pull me over for DUI when I was minding my own business driving my forklift home for the bar. And he had a gun that was bigger than he was. There wasn't no Joe Biden telling him about gun control.
See, that's what pisses me off. If we have gun control, then only the cops and government will have guns. So we're here to warn all you hippies. Don't tread on me, or you're gonna see how dangerous this redneck and his shotgun can be.
Yeah, you liberal fools. If you think I'm gonna put my guns in your gun control basket, your ass is going home in a casket.
Damn cigarette.
As you can see, you don't exactly need a degree in quantum physics to see that Mac and Jake are totally dangerous.
Oh my gosh, yes.
It's just appalling that not only do they have these dangerous archaic attitudes, but they are obviously woefully ignorant about how gunpowder pollutes the ozone layer and that bullet shell casings are not biodegradable and completely clog our landfills with lead and steel.
Hello, exactly.
Not only do I think that guns should be outlawed from an environmental standpoint, but we need them abolished from a sociological standpoint.
Oh my gosh, yes. And what bothers me the most is all those gun nuts like Mac and Jake are legion everywhere. All those hateful hunters are killing totally defenseless animals and birds. All I could think about were those poor innocent grazing turkeys that aren't going to gobble anymore, all because those meanies shot them with buckshot. And that moronic Mac makes a joke about killing innocent turkeys. Hello, it's so mean and senseless. I'm sorry, I don't mean to bring emotion into this debate, but I still cry every time I see Bambi's mother get shot in the Disney classic. If those rednecks were to become vegetarians like they should, they wouldn't need to hunt anymore because they wouldn't need any guns.
Hello, exactly. And I think that fighting with guns is no way to settle a dispute. If they played a lot more chess, they probably wouldn't need to pull out a firearm every time they had a dispute.
Hello, exactly.
Thank you so much for listening, and tune in for another fabulous edition of Torrid Topics.
And you're listening to Imus in the Morning, and topping today's news is that you're listening to Keeping It Weird. My God. With Rick, West, Tony, and Mike working the boards, this show should be called the Keeping the Cuckoo's Nest. Or maybe Straight Jacket Central. One of the two. This show's so weird that it makes Dennis Rodman on LSD seem perfectly sane and logical.
Many people complain that illegal immigration is destroying this country. But not many people actually put their money where their mouth is and do something about it. Well, that's not the problem with tonight's guest, Jack Armstrong, a man who calls himself the ultimate patriotic American. Welcome to our show, Mr. Armstrong.
You can call me Jack.
Now, Jack, perhaps you can tell our listeners just why you call yourself the ultimate patriotic American.
Well, that's simple. I believe this country was made for Americans, by Americans, and should stay strong with Americans.
By Americans? Do you also mean anyone who legally immigrated to this country?
Of course. As long as you're legally an American, I'm on your side.
So how are you promoting your idea of America for Americans?
It's easy. Back in 1976, I was actually the fourth employee ever hired to work for Microsoft. So after stock options and bonuses, I retired back in 1999 with over $30 million that I used to fund my all-American initiatives.
Can you give us an example?
Certainly. I used my first $10 million to purchase all the apple orchards in the northeastern part of Washington state. Then I fired all illegal immigrants working the orchards and only hired apple pickers who were legally American.
Well, that's certainly a patriotic move. Did other Americans support you in your cause?
They supported me in every way but financially. You see, after hiring only American apple pickers, I had to give them all a decent salary along with health care benefits and vacation time. By the time I factored in all these costs, each apple from my orchard cost over $300.
I imagine few people can afford to pay so much for an all-American apple.
That's right. I had to sell all my orchards and use the proceeds to pay for the lawsuits all my American workers filed against me for wrongful termination of employment after my orchard farms went bankrupt. That cost me the whole $10 million.
Well, I take it you bounced back from your setback and started another all-American initiative.
Of course. I used my next $10 million to start an all-American car company. I vowed that my cars would only hire Americans and only use parts made by Americans.
What happened to your car company?
We went bankrupt within a year. You see, I had to pay union wages to all my American workers, and buying parts from American companies really shot my expenses through the roof. By the time I built my first car, I had to charge over $300,000 apiece.
Did you sell many cars?
Unfortunately, no. We only made 2 cars, and both cars fell apart after 20 miles. So after all the recalls and re-engineering, I wound up selling my car company for pennies on the dollar.
I take it you lost another $10 million.
Yes, but I still had another $10 million left, so I started my own university. I vowed that it would cater only to Americans and hire only American professors.
What's the name of this all-American university?
Well, it was called Jack Armstrong University, but we went out of business last year. You see, by not accepting any foreign students, we couldn't fill any of our classrooms, especially in the math and science departments. Then we couldn't hire any American professors to teach our classes, so we lost money there too. After selling all the land and buildings from my university, I believe I lost my last $10 million and had to declare bankruptcy.
That's certainly an inspirational story. Can you tell us where your all-American initiative is right now?
Well, after I lost my entire fortune, I begged Bill Gates to let me work for Microsoft again, so he gave me a job answering phones as technical support.
So your story ultimately turns out to be a happy one.
No, not exactly. To save money, they recently outsourced my job to India, so now I'm bankrupt, unemployed, and homeless. I only agreed to do this interview so I could get out of the cold since I've been living under a freeway overpass for the past month. You wouldn't happen to have a few bucks I could have to buy some food? I haven't eaten in almost a week.
Get out of here, you bum. This isn't a welfare office. Why don't you get a job and pay your own bills like a real American? That's the trouble with this country. We have too many people like you who are giving Americans a bad name. Now get out of here.
Oh, okay.
Hola, friends. It is I, Chongo, formerly of Chongo's Authentic Mexican Restaurante. Did you know that in America, people have to be 21 years old to drink alcohol? Nobody told Chongo. I lost my tequila license. Since I was not allowed to have tequila, all the cooks quit. Nobody wants to cook Mexican food sober. Now it's just Chongo and mi amigos Las Ratas. Some of them are muy grande. One of Las Ratas told me that I should burn down Chongo's Authentic Mexican Restaurantes and collect the insurance money. Then the Las Ratas would have to live in Chongo's casa. Y Chongo's wife no like that. Maybe I can collect the insurance money and then build Las Ratas a casa for themselves. Wait, I should not say that on the radio. I was just teasing. That was Chongo's Authentic Mexican Restaurante, now with no locations. Adios, amigos!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Reginald Hemshaw with another classic episode of Shakespearean theatre for Americans. What soft, what light through yonder window breaks?
Hey, someone just turned a light on.
It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who is already sick and pale with grief.
She's hot.
It is my lady, oh, it is my love, oh, that she knew she were.
She's money, and she doesn't even know it.
She speak, yet she says nothing, what of that?
She's an airhead, but she has nice legs.
What if her eyes were there? They lay in her head. The brightness of her cheek would shame those stars.
Her cheeks are so shiny, like the glow from my cell phone.
Ay, me.
What a crappy day.
Oh, Romeo, Romeo. Wherefore art thou, Romeo?
Dude, where the hell are you? I called and sent several texts.
Shall I hear more, or shall I speak of this?
I'm not getting your text. Why don't you Facebook me?
What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet.
Romeo, you need to take a shower.
I take thee at thy word. Call me but love, and I'll be new baptized. Henceforth, I never will be Romeo.
Okay, I'll change my name. From now on, you can call me MC Saggy Pants.
My ears have not yet drunk 100 words of that tongue's utterance, yet I know the sound.
I haven't heard you talk so much before.
With love light's wings did I upperch these walls, for stony limits cannot hold love out.
I do all kinds of stupid things when I'm drunk and horny.
If they do see thee, they will murder thee.
They're gonna pop a cap in your ass.
Alack, there lies more peril than I, than 20 of their swords.
Hell, I'm more scared of a drive-by shooting. I'll be fine, I hope.
I have night's cloak to hide me from their sight, but thou love me, let them find me here.
You're being a bitch.
By whose direction foundest thou out this place?
How did you find my house? We're not in the phone book.
By love, I am no pilot.
Yet, when thou as far as that vast shore washed with the farthest sea, I would venture for such merchandise.
Well, I am a bit obsessed with you, and I've been walking around all day looking for this place. Your house isn't even on Google Earth. But I would walk 500 miles, and I would walk 500 more, just to be the guy who walked 1,000 miles to show up at your door.
That's not what I said.
The end.
Well, that was tonight's show. I hope you liked it. We do this every Saturday night at 7 p.m. Pacific time, right here on KIWradio.com. Now it's time for the Forgotten Files Rock Show, hosted by M.T. Robinson. He spends a lot of time and effort bringing you the best songs that weren't popular. What we mean is, he doesn't play those A-sides or B-sides that the normal stations play. He only plays those rare, hard-to-find songs that really rock, but somehow slipped under the cracks. He also adds a bunch of comedy bits that keep the show flowing and entertaining. Give him a listen. I think you'll like it. We'll be back next week. Bye.